When I grew up, I always thought that I was gonna have that Disney princess kind of.
The only reason why I'm carrying on right now is so that I don't disappoint my parents.
Men do not care how much a woman earns.
What kind of world do we live in? Cannot find just a regular guy out here.
Do you think women aren't gonna ask you who you voted for? I think your chances of getting laid are.
Because 50-50 parenting would mean zero child support.
It's not that we don't care and we have bad attitude. It's that we have progressed.
Successful men don't care about your accomplishment.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
I don't understand it when people tell me that I just need to go on more solo dates and everything will be fine and, you know, it's just a temporary situation. Like, I've been dealing with this for 3 years. There's 3 weeks left of my degree. I've been dealing with this for 3 years. This is like, I feel like there's been irreparable damage done to me. I feel like I'm not excited at all for next year. I'm not excited for the possibilities. I'm not excited to live the rest of my life because I can't deal with the ups and downs of life anymore because I have had too many downs in a row. I mean, right now, I was just like crying my out because I realized that I haven't spoken to anyone since I was in therapy last week, which was Tuesday, Wednesday. I haven't spoken to anyone like face to face since then, and I just feel like no one understands and no one gets it. And, you know, people tell me, you know, go on solo dates or you went to university to get a degree and not to make friends. But if I had friends, I'd be doing better in school. I'd be so much happier because, you know why? Because I had friends at some point. And I was doing better at that point, and it was easier to concentrate knowing that there was something to look forward to. There's someone I'm going to see, there's someone I'm going to hang out with, there's someone I'm going to talk to. I literally have one of the biggest tests of my life in like 15 hours, and I can't get anything into my head because I can't concentrate. I just feel like I can't do anything right. My support system is made up of people that are a flight away, at least. And I feel like the people who are able to drive and come see me just don't want to, or the people where I could drive to them, they just don't want me to come. And I feel worthless all the time. And I feel like honestly, like, why am I still here? And I know that that's like a scary thing or whatever. And lots of people say that they'd be sad if I died, but like, I don't feel that, you know?
You know, what she's going through, I truly understand, right? She just went off to college. And I think later she talks about, I'm doing this to get my degree for some people. Let me get to that part.
When I'm all alone, like for most of the days, most of the weeks, most of the months, I'm all alone. I do everything alone. I run errands alone. And there's no more classes right now. We're just preparing for exams. So it's really like me being alone. I feel like I just don't trust anybody anymore. You know, I love you. I care about you. Those are just words. I feel like I'm not someone that someone can care about. I feel like I'm not someone that someone can love. And this kind of feeling is something that people want me to self-love myself out of, but I can't self-love myself out of needing other people to love me. And I appreciate the people that are in my life, but they're just so far away, most of them. And the people who are near me, I'm not their like main.
You know, it's wild. Men are more used to this. Why men usually have to go at it alone. Like I would have been able to deal with this, but I get it. She's never had to be this strong alone. She's at college by herself. She feels like no one wants to talk to her because everyone else is focused. She doesn't have anybody.
I'm not in their friend groups, you know, so I'm not really a priority. We only really talk when it regards schoolwork. If we weren't taking modules together, would we even talk that much? It's kind of like that. I just feel like so broken from all of this, and I honestly I want to hold this degree in my hand and just not carry on living, honestly. Like, and I feel like that's such a crazy thing to say, but like, the only reason why I'm carrying on right now is so that I don't disappoint my parents, so that I get my degree. And then they can say, oh, my child has a degree, and then they can move on. But for me, like, after that, like, I don't think I can take.
Man, that's wild. And you know, from looking at her, I can tell she is West Indian or either Haitian or African. But I know how it is in those countries, you know, with Caribbean parents or African parents. They're super strict and they think the degree is everything. But you know what could happen? That woman could get her degree and then come home and not find a job with that degree. Could you imagine doing all of that? Being lonely for all those years. Now, she's going to be lonely because, be honest, she's not a looker. Guys aren't going to see her on campus and say, let me talk to that hot thing there. If she was hot, she wouldn't have this problem. So, yes, loneliness kills and taking solo days. Oh, that's hard. She's alone. No guys are talking to her. None of her friends are talking. She doesn't have her friends there. She feels lonely. It's sad because this may not work out. Parents all the time, you know, you're getting your degree. Feels like she's doing it to make her parents proud, but it may not make herself proud. She's not gonna be proud. She gets home and realizes now she has to deal with life. Woo! Coming from that and dealing with life is it's hard out there.
It really breaks my heart to realize that these aren't the things that society, or rather men, really want to see in a woman. Maybe I'm never meant to be with someone. Sorry, that's so crazy, but I didn't expect to cry. Wow. If all they want is someone that's simple and passive, I refuse. I never want myself to be that. Part of that is accepting maybe I will be alone for the rest of my life. And I am okay with that, but I think there is a level of grief to that you have to grieve the life that you thought you were gonna have. When I grew up, I always thought that I was gonna have that Disney princess kind of love. So proud to be the woman that I am, that I don't want to let go of that identity for a man. But that also means that I have to let go of these dreams that I have for my life, because I'll never conform to what they want me to be.
That's wild, right? Now, she's not even going to try to conform, but she's being realistic. She's young, but it's going to be a long, lonely life. Why? Look what's happening. I'll tell you guys. I'm in the Philippines, right? I just interviewed two guys. One today got married. His Filipina is 7 months pregnant. Interviewed him. It's a great thing. I spoke with a guy 2 days ago. Interviewed him. It's a great thing. Both guys said they went over to the Philippines because of a woman like her. She's right. Guys, I know. I see what's going on. I've kind of led the charge for it. She's right. Guys aren't dealing with it. Guys are checking out, and guys are finding women in other cultures because it's in their blood. They're living opposite a woman in the West, and she's gonna have a long, hard road. Man, it's lonely. It's gonna be lonely.
Welcome back to Dating for Baddies. I don't know about you guys, but there is one type of person who I absolutely have learned over time that I cannot have any sort of relationship with. And I don't care if it's dating, family, friends, it doesn't matter. But I simply can't have a relationship with someone where things are only good with them when things are good, when you behave how they want you to. And the moment that you do something that they don't like, it's this like swing and they're hitting below the belt and they suddenly can't handle any sort of conflict with you in a reasonable way. And you know these people. These are the people who you maybe feel like you have to walk on eggshells around, or you maybe don't say certain things to them or don't bring up certain things with them because you know how they're going to react and it's just not worth dealing with their reaction. And to me, that's just such a waste of time and energy to try to maintain a relationship with someone where you feel like you can't speak your truth or you feel like you can't bring certain things up because they're going to fly off the handle. It's just so chaotic. And at Dating for Baddies, we're all about moving away from the chaotic dynamics, the chaotic relationships, the unhealthy relationships that just aren't contributing to your peace. And it's actually a really important quality that you need to look out for when you are dating. Can this person handle conflict? And how do they handle conflict with you? Because remember that conflict isn't actually a bad thing. It can actually strengthen your relationship with someone, especially if you're able to respect each other's perspectives or differences and kind of find that happy medium. Conflict can be a great thing. When there's conflict, that means you're confronting a problem. And when you're dealing with somebody who isn't comfortable with conflict, doesn't know how to do it well, doesn't really do conflict at all, I personally question the health of that relationship. I question if that relationship can really be a genuine one. And there are 100%.
See, now, to them, exactly like the woman was saying, right? I could never be agreeable. I could never be passive. That's a problem. That's going to constantly cause conflict with a man. But you want a man to adjust, and men aren't doing it no more. No man is adjusting for you, and she calls it dating for baddies because she considers herself a baddie. That's why guys are so hard on, calling it out. You're not a baddie. You look decent, but you're not a baddie. At least the girl before has a chance, with being ungrateful. She has a shot. Why? Because she's almost a baddie. She's somewhat of a baddie. But you, no. Let me let you finish.
People out there who are going to believe from their perspective that because you're bringing something up to them, it makes you dramatic or it makes you needy or it makes you too much. And that is just a hell no for me. If you're dating somebody and you're afraid to bring something up to them, you're afraid to ask them for something that you need because you're worried of how they might react. Maybe they might leave or walk away or the whole thing is going to blow up in your face. Yeah, that's a possibility. It's a possibility for anyone. However, wouldn't you rather find that out sooner rather than later and know that you were true to yourself and you were authentic in your expression and in putting yourself first? Honestly, the place I'm in right now, I would rather a mother do that and show me exactly who he is and show me that he can't give me what I need. 1,000%. Sorry, not sorry. I will never again let people in my circle who make me feel uncomfortable or make me feel like I can't be me. And if all of that makes me dramatic, then so be it. Bye.
People patronize single women so much, and it's actually crazy. I go to so many weddings, and they're like, "Oh, are you still single?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then they're like, "There's one guy. He's over there. He's single." And I'm like, "Okay, this isn't musical chairs."
No,
like,
literally.
I don't get why you would think that I would automatically want to date him just because he's single. That's literally insane.
No.
And I bet you they're not saying that to the guy, which is the most frustrating thing.
I literally pulled my best friend aside and go, am I crazy? Because I've had 5 different people try to set me up with this guy at this wedding who's in our friend group. So obviously I know him. What?
No,
also,
crazy.
I know for a fact, are people bringing up me to him like this? I wonder. Because honestly, my resume is better than his too.
That sounds like being single.
So what?
I know. And the worst thing is I don't even think guys care about our resume. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
My point exactly.
They're learning. Guys don't. Guys care about this and the attitude. That's it. We're simple.
Okay, so something that I recently learned that I literally did not know is that men do not care how much a woman earns as an income. Like, you make $200,000, amazing. You make $30,000, amazing. Like, those salary is not a criteria that men look for. Versus women, usually when they're trying to find a partner, they will be like, what does he do? What's his job? Right? Like, those are like the first questions that usually women ask. Versus men, they don't ask that. They're not like, oh, like, what does she do for work? Like, that's probably like maybe question number 3, right? It's like less of an importance. And I did not know that.
We sure don't. Like, we could see a woman in McDonald's, she could be bad. Like, I remember, I brought this story before, but I remember in 2020, I went back to the States. I was in Pennsylvania. My cousin was going through it. I saw the baddest sweetest girl working in Wendy's. And I tried to approach him for my cousin, but he was so out of it. But she was the sweetest, nice, and agreeable. Yes, she was Spanish. Yes, he had a shot. I saw her true colors. She wore right on her sleeve. That was a woman that a guy would go for. Not a woman making 200,000 or 100,000 and is ugly. We can care less. We're not women.
Sometimes dating insecure men in your youth is a great motivator. I have asked the Lord now to make me invisible to insecure men, a la invisibility cloak, Harry Potter, no turfs. Thank you. But looking back, a lot of the things I've put on my long-term goals list is because of the weak men that I have allowed to see me topless. Let me explain. About a decade ago, I was dating a man who was a man. It's already a scary story, I know. Huh? But this person and I were together for a while, and they had recently signed up for, oh my God, improv classes. That was a tough time for everyone involved. But I went to every show. I was supportive, whatever. One evening, middle of the night, okay, I wake up to him going, and I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? And he goes, I had a terrible, terrible nightmare. He's sweating. This man is sweating next to me. And I'm like, oh my God. And he goes like, can you get me some water? I'm like, of course. Estúpida wea. Come with the water. I'm like, here you go, baby, here you go. And I go, what's wrong? Because you had a nightmare. Tell me about your nightmare. I'm here to help you. It just wait. Because for me, a nightmare, I'm going to tell you like one of my recurring nightmares. I, by the skin of my teeth, escape being caged with a grizzly bear. As soon as I get out of that cage, I drop into a den of raptors. And the only person there to protect me is Lance Bass. Baby, we're dead. Lance, you are capable of so much. No. We are, what's another nightmare of mine? I'm in dark waters. I'm being circled by something. I suddenly realize it's taxes. Like those are like horrible. Oh my God. So I go, baby, what was your nightmare? What's going on? He goes, sorry, let me catch my breath. Swear to God, hand to God. Let me catch my breath. I had a nightmare that you hosted SNL. Yeah, I had a dream that you hosted SNL, not me. I gave him the water and I turned back around and I was like, I have been letting my greatest op enter me. So in that moment, SNL just appeared on my long-term goals list. Dare I say short-term goals, whatever. Insecure men, sometimes, while they will traumatize you and give you baggage that was never yours to hold, and even help you sabotage future relationships, they can broaden your horizons. And like I said, become a great, great motivator. Who needs Adderall when you've dated insecure men? Am I right? So I never imagined myself ever hosting SNL, but here we are. Where was I?
Episode of Impression Tips with Brian.
Okay.
Black men are making it very clear that they love black women, but they do not like us. And that's a problem. And I think the biggest problem is we don't care. That doesn't bother you? That they don't?
Black women have progressed. Okay? It's not that we don't care and we have bad attitudes. It's that we have progressed. Okay? We're starting businesses. We're building wealth. We're leading in entrepreneurship. We're leading in home ownership. We are leading in degrees. Black women have progressed. And we're not waiting for black men to catch up.
The delusion.
Black women are no longer waiting for a black man's approval. We don't care for it. We're not waiting around for black men to love us. We're traveling. We're solo traveling. We're going to different countries. Black women are not waiting around for marriage and for black men to love on them and care for them. We don't care.
How's single life treating you?
We make more money without them. I know entrepreneur black women who are bringing in 6 figures per month. And that's without a marriage.
We do not care.
Telling black women that it's a problem that black men are disliking us is crazy when black women are leading. They're leading the homes. They're leading financially. They are leading because black men have stepped down a long time ago. And that is the truth. Black men have given up a long time ago. And see, I know that we want to sit here and paint the perfect picture of black love. Ooh. But black love don't exist no more. Black women have expanded on love. And it's beyond it being black.
Listen, you can progress. You can get all your accolades. You can get all those things. At the end of the day, men do not care.
Oh, absolutely.
We're going to we always will find a woman for us, and we'll move along and laugh and smile at you while we're chilling out with our wife somewhere, sipping pina coladas. Congratulations, you played yourself.
What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date? Because these guys don't want a real woman. They want a fantasy. They want to live in this fake fantasy world. They would rather jack off to some screen, to some robot, rather than actually deal with a real human being and what comes with that. You know why? Because it's easier. And I am done. I'm done.
You're done with what? Not getting a man? I'm confused. What are you gonna do? You're done? Okay, fine. Be done on your own. Men would rather look at a screen. It's came to that. It's gotten that bad. They would rather look at a screen or travel outside and find someone else. Keep crying. That's fine. We'll stay on our own. Men will move to the side. It's not just black men too. It's white men. It's all men. We'll let you stay there, cry, let you be done, and we'll keep doing what we do.
The male loneliness epidemic is about to get so much worse. So we know that most young men are going to be voting for Donald Trump. And we know that most women in general are going to be voting for Kamala Harris. So with the incels over here, most of the girlies over here, that gap is just going to keep getting wider. Dudes are already hiding on their dating profiles if they're conservative. They already put moderate, right? They already put that because they know that women are less likely to swipe on conservatives. That's just facts, okay? So don't get your feelings all in a twist. It's facts. So they're already lying. They're already manipulating, trying to get laid. Just think how desperate they're going to be after she wins.
Now officially project that Donald Trump will become the 47th President of the United States.
Women aren't going to ask you who you voted for in the next 5 to 10 years when you're dating. Think about this. Do you think women aren't going to ask you who you voted for? And what do you think your chances of getting laid are if you voted for him? Think about that.
You know what this woman doesn't understand, right? Women will still be the same. What I mean by that? They're still going to like the guy that's not agreeable. That's still going to be the case. So who are going to be those not agreeable guys? Guys that don't agree with what they believe in as far as politics? And guys are not, that's not going to be brought up. If a woman asks that, a guy will just, okay, that's fine. Don't talk to me. What is a guy losing? Guys they already know women are out of their mind with this feminism get up. It's got y'all out of your mind. So men are used to it. Men are done with your nonsense. You're not getting nobody.
What you mean if you need child support, get the baby back to their daddy? What you talking about? The daddies don't be wanting them. I remember sitting in arbitration, right? We're having this mediation conversation with the district attorney about our child support. That attorney asked my baby daddy, how many days do you want your child? That man said Saturday and Sunday and was like, wait, no, just Sunday. That man put himself on child support. If he said 50-50, you have him 3 days, I have him 3 days, 4 days, back and forth, there would be no child support. He wouldn't have to pay me anything if we split the parenting time in half. The grown men not telling y'all they don't want the damn babies, don't want to deal with the kids, don't want to raise the kids, don't want any infant energy in their life, no toddler energy in their life. That's why they're paying child support. If they were an active father, they would not pay child support. So I'm so tired of y'all ignorant grown men on the internet saying, give the baby back. The daddy don't want him. The dad don't want to be a parent. Because 50-50 parenting would mean zero child support.
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen.
Y'all make me sick. So sick and tired of y'all grown ass.
That's your situation, right? That's her situation. Because me, I would have taken my son. I would have paid 100% and you don't give me nothing. I'm fine with that. But then what the mother says? Oh, I need to see my baby. Oh, I didn't see my baby. What I had him these past 2 years. Oh, I didn't see my baby all summer. I can't wait to see him. I missed him. You think that's what you want, but no, it's not what you want. And no, it's not what women want too. Because why? Women want to receive that check. Believe it or not, women want it.
Hey sis, can we talk? Successful men don't care about your accomplishments. I know that you're degreed up and you have certifications and you've done so many great things in your life, and that's wonderful. But when you're looking to be in a relationship with a successful man, he is not concerned with all of the accolades that you have and all of the achievements. He's looking for a woman to be a partner to him. He's looking for a woman who is not going to badger him. He's looking for a woman who's going to help create peace in their home. He's looking for a woman who is going to understand that he's successful, that he's ambitious, that he may not always be home at 5 o'clock in the evening. And so sharing what you've accomplished is okay, but when that's all that you talk about in your relationship space, it really begins to repel the same type of men that you're trying to attract.
Yes, it does. It repels us, and that's not going to get you the man you desire. Be long past that. The feminism garbage is over. Men are done. That's why the woman was crying earlier, because she realized, wait a minute, I'm young and I see already. Manhood is changing. Every man has woken up and they want different. They want an agreeable woman. Why wouldn't they? And more guys are going to start recognizing this because they already realize it's definitely more to life than dealing with a woman that's not like that.
I am leaving and I am never coming back.